In this video, I'm going to be testing out what might be the best tempered glass screen protector that you can get for your iPhone 16 Pro Max in 2025. And let me tell you why I think that. This is the TORRAS OrigArmor tempered glass screen protector, and it seems to check off all the boxes for the qualities that I would personally be looking for in a tempered glass screen protector. First off, the screen protector has an anti-reflective coating, and who doesn't want to be able to see their screen better in a brightly lit environment? But this screen protector does it a little bit better than most because it enhances screen's clarity by boosting visibility in strong lighting. It's got less than a 0.8% reflectivity and a 95% light transmittance. It far outperforms standard tempered glass, which often reflects more than 4.5% and transmits only 91% of light. If you've never experienced the anti-reflective coating on your phone, once you do, you're not going to want to go back, trust me. It's also got a 3D curved full coverage edge. Now, why is this so important? Well, for one, it gives you more phone screen coverage and a more seamless look because it actually follows the curve of your phone. It also has a smaller bezel around the edge of the glass, allowing you to see more of your screen and eliminating the light bleed. If you've ever had a chance to see this, a lot of other tempered glass screen protectors have a thick black border around their tempered glass, which kind of takes away from some of the screen, and you can also see a slight light coming through the edges of the screen, which can be a little bit annoying. This screen protector also has military-grade drop and scratch resistance with a reinforced edge and a shock-absorbing layer to guard against accidental drops, scratches, and impacts. And I'll be putting both of those to the test later on in the video with a drop and a scratch test so you guys can actually see how durable the screen protector really is. TORRAS also says that the installation should be pretty seamless and bubble-free with the installation guide that they include in the box. So let's start off our testing with the installation. And here's another reason why you want the TORRAS OrigArmor 3D coverage screen protector, because I just took off the old screen protector I was using on my phone that was not TORRAS, and you can clearly see where all the dust and dirt was collecting on my phone because the screen protector did not cover the whole screen of the phone, whereas the TORRAS has the 3D coverage edge and it will cover more of the phone screen and kind of follow the natural curve of the phone screen as well, so you won't have to worry about all the dust and dirt collecting like it did on mine. So with this screen protector, you get the installation guide that I have here, and you also get one tempered glass screen protector with some instructions and a little installation packet. So the first thing we need to do is to take our phone and put it inside the installation tray. Kind of push it down with your fingers. Then we need to clean the screen off thoroughly with the alcohol wipe. Get rid of all the dust and dirt. Then we'll dry it off. And if you happen to see any dust on the screen, you can use the dust sticker to remove that. Then take your screen protector. First, we need to put the little L and the R over the L and the R tabs on the side here. So we'll put that down and over the tabs just like that. Then we need to align these little holes here with the little tabs on the guide. Don't pull this yet. We need to pull by the sides here. They should kind of snap into place. Just pull those down until you hear them hold. So it's going to end up looking just like this. Then take the little orange piece on the side here and just fold it forward. Don't slide it over the phone yet. Hold down the guide with one hand, and we're going to pull out this little tab with our other hand. Then hold down on the guide with the other hand and slide the orange piece down over your phone. Then slide it back. Then we're going to lift up on the plastic piece here. And the screen protector should be all installed on your phone. And we just kind of push your phone out from the back here. And then we'll take a closer look at the phone. So installation looks pretty perfect. We do have some slight bubbles down at the bottom here, but you can kind of push those out with the little wipe. Just do that now. And everything else looks pretty good. I don't see any other bubbles. I don't see any lifting. The installation looks really good. So again, here it is. I'll also show you a before and after with the anti-reflective coating. Right now, it has really cut down on the glare from my studio lights. But again, I'm going to show you a side-by-side comparison of what the regular iPhone screen looks like versus the anti-glare. And you're going to see a big difference. So the edges are all nicely rounded, and you can clearly see that there's really no gap around the edge of the phone. It's just ever so slight, because you do want it to be compatible with cases as well. You don't want it to go all the way to the edge, because then if you put it in your case, it's going to push up on the screen, and I'm going to test that out as well. As far as the touch, feels super smooth, just like the glass that's on the phone. You can also clearly see that it is a full coverage screen protector. It does cover your camera and your sensors, again, which I will be testing in just a minute. As far as fingerprints goes, it does pick up some slight smudges on the screen. You guys can see right there. But because of the anti-fingerprint coating, you can very easily just wipe those away with minimal effort. Looks really nice. So let's test out our screen. We'll start with our Face ID. I just had to put in my code really quick to enable the Face ID. So let's see, this works beautifully, no issues there. And we'll test out our camera. Change it to photo here. Now the one test that I like to do is, if you can clearly see the white L's in the corners, you know that the screen is showing the majority of the screen possible. With some other tempered glass screen protectors, like I mentioned before, there is a thick black border around the edges, and it'll kind of cut off the little bottom portions of those white L's. But with this screen protector, you can clearly see those L's and how thin the borders are around the screen, and that's exactly what you want. So that passes that test. Now another thing I like to test is the light bleed from the side of the screen. And if you look at the blue portion of the screen here, when I move it up and down, you can see an ever so slight bit of light bleed coming in from the side. Not bad at all. This is probably one of the better screen protectors that I've tested for light bleed, and you're not going to have any issues looking at your screen, because 99% of the time you're going to be looking straight ahead and not from the side here like this. And if you have a case, you're not going to see that at all. So definitely a thumbs up for that. And if we take a look at the camera from the front here, everything looks nice and clear. I don't see any clarity issues, so you shouldn't have any problems with selfies either. So here we have the TORRAS OrigArmor Air on the right and a regular tempered glass screen protector on the left that does not have an anti-reflective coating, and you can clearly see the difference here. The TORRAS screen protector definitely cuts down a lot on my studio lighting, so you can see the screen a lot better. So let's make sure that the brightness is turned up all the way on both screens, and I'll show you what the difference is with the phone screens on. So here you can clearly see how much easier it is to see the phone screen on the TORRAS versus the screen protector that does not have the anti-reflective coating. I don't know about you, but I would rather have the TORRAS. So now let's see what the screen looks like as if we're looking at it through polarized sunglasses. So we can see here, if you're looking at it dead on, there's just a slight bit of a rainbow, maybe like a little bit of a reddish tinge at the bottom. If we twist and turn the phone, you can see the rainbow definitely gets a lot worse. But if you're looking at it dead on, this is probably what you can expect, just a slight bit of red at the bottom of your screen. And now let's put our phone inside of a case. If you're wondering, this is the TORRAS Q3 Air case. It's one of my favorite TORRAS cases to date. And it looks like the screen protector comes right up to the edge of the case. I don't see any bubbles, no lifting. That is definitely a plus, because that's less spots for dirt and dust to collect. And you saw from my screen protector previously all the dirt and dust that was around the edge of the screen protector. But with this, you don't have to worry about that, or at least it'll be minimal. So if you're going to be using a TORRAS case like the Q3 Air, this screen protector is going to fit the case perfectly. So everything's looking great so far for this screen protector. Now let's test out the durability with a drop and a scratch test. Alright, so we're going to start off the drop test by dropping a 2.4 ounce steel metal ball at a starting height of 2 feet. If the screen protector doesn't crack, we'll move it up foot by foot until it eventually does. So here we go at 2 feet. Moving on to 3 feet. 3 feet. And let's also test out the edge resistance with the same drop test. Here we go, 2 feet. It's nothing yet. Moving on to 3 feet. And 3 feet. So it seems like the whole tempered glass screen protector is pretty uniform in its drop resistance. So now let's move on to the scratch resistance. And if you're wondering about how thick the black borders were on the screen protector, here they are. They are really slim. And as you saw from the installation video, it allows you to see a lot more of the screen versus some of the other tempered glass. So regular tempered glass screen protector starts to scratch around a Mohs hardness number 6. So we're going to start off our test with the number 5. Then we'll move on to a number 6. And then finally a number 7. And if we take a closer look at the screen, you can see that there are no scratches at the number 5. There are slight at a number 6 and about the same at the number 7. And if we're looking at the screen dead on, I really don't see these scratches very much. So even though it does still scratch at a number 6, it's ever so slight. So it's a little bit better than the regular tempered glass. Installation for the screen protector was super easy, and as you saw, we only had a very slight bubble in the bottom left hand corner that you could easily get out just by kind of running your finger over it, and there was absolutely no dust whatsoever. And I also love the full coverage 3D edge. You saw that it covered pretty much the whole screen and just left a very little bit for that case compatibility, so there's no room for dust and dirt to collect. I also absolutely love the anti-reflective coating. It's some of the best that I've seen during any of my testing on tempered glass screen protectors. And even though the screen protector lasts up until a 3-foot drop, it's still going to protect your phone's screen. It just means it's going to take less to actually crack the tempered glass screen protector before you have to replace it. And as for the scratch resistance, it definitely seems a little bit better than regular tempered glass. So I am pretty impressed with the TORRAS OrigArmor Air tempered glass screen protector. The only thing that I kind of wish was a little bit better was the drop resistance. Everything else about this screen protector was definitely on point. And if you guys do want to pick this up yourself, I will be putting product links in the video description. And if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by hitting the like button and consider subscribing. I'd also recommend checking out my best and worst screen protector video that I did for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. And you can check that out by clicking on the video you see on your screen right now. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.